This book is about self-love, self-concept, self-reflection, and definitely representation.
For me, it was the metaphor of an actual fudgesicle in relationship to self-care and self-love for Black girls.
I also wanted to make sure that readers caught on to the significant relationships between family members in their lives, such as a nana, a godma, an aunt, a mother, a father, all very important figures in a young child's life. And I wanted to share that as well. But also representation is also very important. You go into many bookstores and rarely do you find children's books in great numbers that represent the color of your skin. And so I think it was very important that we were able to create something in which little Black girls with two ponytail puffs can relate to. And I remember showing the book to another one of my friends and she said, "Hey, that looks just like my granddaughter." So when she said that, I was like, yes, perfect. We want representation, particularly in our children's books.
So we actually exchanged emails back and forth a couple of times, and I asked her if she could send me over the book if I could have a read through, because it's really important for me to sort of bring to life stories that I believe in. And so that was one of the things that, I wanted to see. And as soon as I read the book, I was like, yes, this is perfect. I would love to be a part of a project like this.
The easiest part was actually working with the illustrator, because when I first met with Gherdai, I said to Gherdai, I need you to take this book, these words, and bring them to life. And she quickly caught on to what it was that we were trying to portray with the imagery of the words. And I think she did an excellent job of bringing the words in the book to life, because it was going to be a picture story, a picture book, so that children can relate to the particular pictures in the story. And I think she understood that concept well. Also, her work with Black figures in Bermuda, I think, also assisted with this journey as well.
One of the things that Tinee and I discussed was ensuring that some of the imagery included Bermudian locations and places, and so that was really important for me to bring to life a story that was sort of rooted in Bermudian history. I never had a fudgesicle. I think it's a little older than my generation, but Tinee was saying that when she was growing up, to have a fudgesicle was a staple in her childhood, and so I wanted to bring that to life.
After the book was written and what I thought was finished, I took it to an editor, and that was Dr. Florence Maxwell, and she said, "Tinee, something's missing." And she said, "You have to write." She says, people think children's books are really easy to write, but they're very difficult to write. And you have to go back and you need to turn it into a story. And I said, turn it into a story. This book's finished. And that's not me anyway. I did go back and I was frantically worrying because Gherdai had done all these beautiful images for the book. So I said, how am I going to go back to Gherdai and tell her we need to make changes now after she's done all these beautiful pages? And so I said, Gherdai, don't be mad.
Gherdai, of course, is my illustrator.
Yes, my illustrator. I said, Gherdai, please don't be mad, but we have to make some changes. So after a couple of takes, because it did take first, second, third, fourth changes, we finally came to a conclusion with the book. I did present it to a publisher overseas. They gave me the opportunity to go to another secondary editor, a professional who's written many children's books. And then they made some changes to it. Luckily, this time we didn't have to make too many changes to the illustrations, but the feedback was phenomenal.
So I hope that little girls love it. I hope that when little girls open the book that they can see themselves reflected and know that they could love their skin no matter what color or what shade they are. What I loved was the playfulness of sort of like bringing to life this metaphor of a fudgesicle and then, reimagining and creating new flavors that don't exist. I just really want for young girls to be able to see themselves and to love themselves and, and to laugh and look at the pictures. I know when I was a kid, that's all I used to do is look at the photos and just, sort of flip through the book and fall in love with the book through imagery. And so that was something that was really important for me.
I have a son and a daughter. My daughter actually was very instrumental in giving me advice in regards to the book. Oh yeah. She was like, "Mommy, I'm not going to say that. You shouldn't say that, because as a child, I wouldn't say that." So she did give feedback, and she contributed to some of the wording in the book as well. So I really do think that this is going to be a good, excellent, I'm going to lay excellence on it. It's going to be an excellent literary book for children.